Okay, that's the sound that you do. That's the sound that you do for note mix. Depending on what truck you got. Don't get it confused with this. Similar for sure. Hey, welcome to Attacking Adventures today. Hey, welcome to Attack It Trucker and Car Series. Today we're going to be putting this exhaust manifold. Replaced it. Had a hard time getting this EGR tube off. As you can see right here, it's got a clamp repairing it there. It took me a long time to figure out what to do with this, because I tried putting adjustable wrench on here and everything else. It seemed like it was just going to break one of my wrenches. So if you've been following the channel, you noticed my blue truck in the back there sitting there for a long time. I finally come to the conclusion that what you got to do, stick it into a vise. It just used the actual exhaust as leverage, and that gets that old thing right off. So I did that. Now this is, of course, I ruined this. So that's just going to be, it's going to go in my collection of scrap. Around my yard I have a bunch. But the new exhaust manifold, I didn't film it going on, but we're going to go over what I got to do to get this back together. So I'm probably just going to take, this is my adjustable. It's a 12-inch adjustable, because I don't know what size that is. And we're going to take it off. Take the bypass plug out. I was thinking about not even using an EGR just for this test, but I don't plan on deleting the EGR, because then I'd have to redo the computer and everything else. So we're just going to go out there and put that back in. I'm probably going to have to stop a couple of times. My battery in this, not very good. I need a step ladder. But here's the shop. I mean, I don't know if I ever showed it. There you go. Got the Sinclair. Got a couple of Sinclair ones, metal signs. And over here I got a Pontiac collectible. Got some metal tins from the shell. And of course, you know, in the back we got the good golf. Good golf. So I'm going to try to set this up. As you can see, it's already rusting from sitting here for so long. Right there is where I got to go to, that bypass plug. It's just finger tight. Oh no, it's not either. think two of them are tight. Let's see. You should be able to feel that it's touching. Yeah. All right. Only things left is the taps. Any clamps that we took off. I actually had to cut because I couldn't get one of the pipes loose without just taking a sawzall and cutting it, so I had to repair the pipe there. So we got to put these on there. This donut gasket, we're going to use it for now because it don't take much, but you can see the bevel is missing 1-inch piece of it, so we know that's a leak. But I'm just trying to see if this thing's gonna run okay, because we did some work to it. So I think this just drops down. No, it goes up into the manifold. That's right. This goes into the manifold. The pipe goes against this bevel. I'm pretty sure. That's funny, I can't get the pipe low enough. Bet you if I take one of these out, I get this donut. This little good thing I put the lube on this one because I'm taking it right out. See if I can figure that out. I can't figure it out. That's a horrible place for an exhaust leak because it's going to be against the going to be right up against my speedometer cable. Looks like it's about a 16. I could try 11/16, but I don't know. One off, look at it. Yeah, you can close. It's not a 15, or is it? It is. I love these things, a little breaker bar, because it lets me just go straight up in there and turn it. And I can't remember if this is going to be being it's a four-wheel drive. I even got this little dry shaft here to deal with, so these things are brand new. They're brand new and they act like it's not the right thread. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with tightening this down. We're going to come back to this in a minute. Alright, here's your EGR backside. That's awesome that we get to use. Okay, now assuming that that those 3 bolts got tight, we'll go back to that. Probably going to be tomorrow when I get parts. But let's go ahead and finish this up. I'm going to tighten down. Look at this. Tighten down my EGR. I like the EGR, but you know, I was considering blocking it since I had such a trouble with this pipe. And again, I'm just trying to run a test to see if I had a blockage in my catalytic converter. So I'm gonna have to go into all this here at a later time anyways. But if it runs better, then it was my catalytic converter that was causing some. All right, I'm gonna go right here on I got the left bank and the right bank, so it's 7531. Go to my spark plugs. Let's see. Okay. Thankfully they're all tight. I can't read them. 3. So third one is right here. And I'm not even concerned about the heat shield, because again, I'll probably have to go back into this anyway. Very important that you mark stuff. Seven, all the way in the back, so we know what the next one was, even though I couldn't read it. Okay, so the next one was number 5. Couldn't read it. To be honest, the only thing we got left is put my battery back in. I had it inside charging, but back here on the very back, one of the header bolts had just over time, I guess heating from getting hot and cooling off, that it had snapped off the back header bolt. So I couldn't get in there. I looked online and there's not very much help you can get other than taking the head off, and not ready to do that. So I got all 3 tabs in place. I'm getting ready to test my modified tool. It may or may not work. We don't know. How confident are you?
I hope it is. I'm confident.
Really?
I'm trying to get the photos of him or the thing, but it's kind of hard. So hopefully y'all can get as much as you can out of this video. Because I can't get under there. And up top, I have to be over on the step stool, so...
Well, this thing's so long now. Alright, here goes the first one.
Okay.
For some reason, I think these were the right ones, and this is overkill making this tool. Believe me, it is.
You okay?
I got some sand in my eye. Other than that. Oops. Well, that Permatex sure put that stuff on there easy. It's amazing stuff. If you didn't know what we were talking about, this is a 1/2 inch extension. I ground it down, not realizing that then I couldn't hook nothing to it. I figured that would go into the 3/8 chuck. I know they make all this stuff. I've never went looking for it. So then I took a piece of scrap. It was a tool. I'll show you what I cut off of that. These are cold now. I cut the screws off, the driver bits off of here. I'm sure somebody probably uses that system, but I never knew where I got the piece at. So I just used the middle and kept on messing with it until it would fit. Until it fits like that, and it worked pretty good. That electric drill's got plenty power, so I'm done. Got that thing tight enough to move this truck around now.
Wink, you better move, buddy. emergency brake on it.
Huh?
I put the emergency brake on it.
Okay, so yeah, we got I know we got multiple exhaust leaks and everything, but that was truly one of my dreams this year, to replace the exhaust manifold that I destroyed trying to modify it because I broke a stud. So I know you probably didn't get it on video of me sitting it on the ground and drilling the holes off center and just destroying but that's the reason why I had to do that. I don't even know if I covered that part, and we would have never pulled the exhaust manifold apart had I not had a mechanic tell me that my catalytic converter was clogged up. So all this has been a test. I don't intend on running it without catalytic converters. I just want to. They don't sell test pipes no more. Back in the mid 70s or early mid 80s, you could just buy a test pipe, and many drivers just left the test pipe in place. I was one of them probably, but if you're not a mechanic, you don't have access to a test pipe no more. So what I did was I cleaned the converters out, and it looks like they're in place, but they're not doing nothing. If the truck runs, if the truck still runs, then I know that that's what the problem is. I'm gonna put some high performance catalytic converters in there. And but anyways, at least now I can go get the exhaust, tacked up. I know that I got a couple of donuts that are leaking, at least 2 of them. But anyways, Merry Christmas, you guys, and thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.